Welcome to Business Reporter's Future of Financial Services and Banking campaign. I'm Georgie Frost. Firms focused on alternative investments are drowning in a deluge of data. Without the confidence in the accuracy of investment reporting and their ability to deliver smart, successful investment management, time and money is being wasted. But it doesn't have to be this way. In this podcast series, we'll be looking at the state of the alternative investment space and where it's heading, the impact of the changing world of work, ESG performance reporting, and investor onboarding. Hank Boughner, CEO of Dynamo Software, joins me for our first episode to look at the state of the industry. Dynamo has over 20 years of experience providing industry-leading end-to-end solutions for the alternative investment space. Hank, welcome. Firstly, what's been happening to this space over the last 20 years in which Dynamo has been operating?
Thanks, Georgie. It's been a very interesting 20-year period as the assets under management in alternatives has exploded. If you look at data from Preqin, a data provider that focuses on alternatives, we had about $4 trillion in assets in 2010. Fast forward to 2025, it's forecast to be over $17 trillion. That's a 3 to 4x increase, and we're well along the way in 2022 on that path.
Do you predict that this trend will continue, this rapid growth?
Yes, if you look at the allocation metric first, many limited partners, or LPs, are underinvested in alternatives. There's a lot of reasons for this, but a general rule of thumb is if you have $100 to invest, or 100 sterling, 5 to 10% of it would go into alternatives. Many LPs are far below that amount. Now, some are above, but on balance, most of the industry is underallocated to alternatives in that special way of investing. Second, you do have the diversification angle. A lot of LPs continuing to ask themselves, am I diversified enough? I'm invested in public equities, for example, a lot of fixed income type securities, but alternatives offer a unique area to go into that may not be necessarily correlated exactly with public markets. And the third thing that's really interesting that we like is the complexity has increased quite a bit, which helps the technology providers that enable LPs and GPs to invest in a range of different ways. Over the last 20 years, LPs, for example, have started investing in secondaries, co-investing, and direct investing, for example, while GPs have expanded their horizon quite a bit in terms of the types of growth deals they might do, mid-market LBO, lower middle market LBO type capabilities, even in different geographies. So all of these factors have played a part in helping this market grow dramatically.
There are many positives to growth, of course, but what are some of the drawbacks? What is the data deluge of which we speak?
I've been in growth markets for several decades now, and there's always a question with growth of, hey, I always thought it would just be up and to the right, kind of like a 45-degree angle where it's very steady and very consistent. Well, in fact, it's very nonlinear. It follows a very random path sometimes. And so it's very important as an investor that you're able to hack data from both when it's going well, medium, poorly, and subpar. And so that means you need to collect this information across those different cycles so you can have informed perspective. And that creates a data deluge oftentimes where too much information is available. So a key part as we think about the market in any data provider or technology provider wants to help the investor not only collect the information and aggregate it, but also help them share the information within their organization, enable the sharing so you can get collective opinions. Then that turns into more informed discussions around how to make that data actionable, where you can make actual investments. And that's the key to the game here, is how do we make actionability out of all the data deluge and parsing it and slicing it where it makes the most sense, where your organization and your firm can make the best decisions with your capital.
Why are some of the old ways of working not actually working well for LPs and GPs anymore?
The market has been in play, or private investments and alternatives have been growing for 20 to 30 years. And it's been a very interesting trajectory for deal makers. They've relied heavily on tools that we still are going to use into the future, whether it's email, calendaring, Excel, unstructured documents in Excel, networking, and going to conferences. All those will still play a part. But what you find as you look into those is that often they're partner-centric or investor-specific. And so that creates some problems as organizations start to scale, because that information is not necessarily institutionalized in the organization. So firms spend a lot of time trying to think, How do I institutionalize this? Now, some problems are, one, what if that partner or that individual retires, changes jobs, has different interests? Well, all that knowledge walks out the door. Another example may be a PE firm, say 10 years ago, that had 2 funds to invest with one strategy, say middle market buyout. Well, fast forward to today, now they've got multiple partners deploying, say, 10 to 12 different funds across multiple strategies and in different offices. You just can't rely on the old ways of doing things where it's all email, it's all buried in someone's inbox, where you're trying to deploy capital in a very sophisticated way across oftentimes global markets or in very specific markets within country.
How does Dynamo help overcome these issues?
Well, at Dynamo, we spend a lot of time thinking about single source of truth. We like to be at the center, the nerve system of the organization for sharing information across the front, middle, and back office. Oftentimes, we think of our investors wanting to have information at their fingertips, whether it's mobile devices, on their laptops, in their office, or at home, accessing what they need to be able to make informed and smart decisions about what they're doing.
What sets you apart from the competition?
We have a cloud multi-tenant platform that is focused on the alternative space for GPs and LPs across front, middle, and back office. We've put this on our website as well in a very user-friendly way where you can drill in and see all the feature functionality that we offer in our multi-tenant cloud platform. Second, that feature and functionality has been formed over our many iterations with our 1,000+ clients around the globe. So we're very good and knowledgeable about what our clients have been asking for to help deploy capital in alternatives and building those features that help automate manual processes oftentimes into automated software-driven, scale-driven type technologies. So it's a very exciting time. And then third, on the configuration point, we've all heard stories where a company or a firm has well over budget, hundreds of thousands of dollars in for a bespoke or a customized system to their needs. Well, the way the market has trended actually is configuration is a lot more relevant. We, given our experience, know what typical functionalities people are going to want. We want to have an out-of-the-box solution for maybe 70 to 80%, maybe 100% of your needs. And that configuration is a key differentiator. Now, why are we well positioned? Because we've been in the cloud for nearly 2 decades building cloud solutions for alternatives. And one of the key things for cloud is understanding how to implement and configure very rapidly. So overall, we're really excited about our 20-year history, our 1,000+ clients across the globe, helping inform us and build solutions that are purpose-built for the alternative sector.
Boughner, CEO of Dynamo Software.